Hi, so today we'll be reviewing the ES session. Today is August 12th. I primarily trade on the price and volume chart reading basis, primarily on the Wyckoff process. So we'll review the chart bar by bar. Quickly go over the overnight session. I'm will be focusing primarily on the US one. As you can see, overnight, this my blue circle line. This one is yesterday today low. You can see the 2DL, and then my blue plus line is 2-day high. And likewise, I have green. Sorry, not green, gray one, which is yesterday high and yesterday low. So okay, overnight it tried to break the 2-day low a couple of times. It couldn't do that one, and then it went all the way up from there. And in the morning, so I'm in Pacific time zone. That's why you see all my time zones are in Pacific. So if you are in the morning person, if this is a position where you can see like it tried to break the 2-day high, but it couldn't, and then it broke again under again, and then it came back, and then it tried to consolidate here. Okay, so this is where it started moving sideways, as you can see, and see that this did not even touch the low of this one. In fact, it tried to close even below this one, and when it started going above this one, right? So this is kind of an spring. So when spring means like it comes underneath and with a significant volume, like see this one, this is a good significant volume compared to its previous bars, and then it closed above the support. So this is a bullish nature, and then it started one. Of course, the target would be here if it had been broken, but when it is going sideways, couple of bars, you are exiting this trade. And, so I was waiting, around 6ish, 6:30 is our US Open. So around 6ish, I was waiting for these bars to come down. It did not. So, but you can see that the fact that the price action is consolidating above the main support, meaning that it is bullish in nature. You can see that the day can be bullish. That is how you can read it. As you can see, it broke the resistance, and then see the next two bars. So broke the resistance with significant volume, which is our opening US Open, and then the next two bars, which are down bars. What happened? The volume significantly declined, and this is the place where you can take a long. The reason why you take a long here is not just because it broke the support, broke the resistance, and then a big pullback, just because it has all the strong bullish characters on the backside, where it has a spring, where it has a strong demand bars, buying bars, and then the support is above the main support, and then holding at this level, broke with strong volume. So this is a perfect place to where you can take a long. And of course your where would your target be? Okay, so I could not see any key levels yesterday. One main thing would be a one of course, if you see this one, this is our like my yesterday high. The gray plus line is my yesterday's high. But when I saw that it's too far away, so when I have this not clear understanding of what's happening in the 5-minute bar or where they support, I look up for the 1 hour chart or 4 hour chart to see to give me a better understanding. So let's go to 1 hour chart. So this is where we were, right? We broke the 2-day high, and then we were holding at that 6:30 after 6:30, right? And the long position, where is our target? So you can see this bars. Yesterday, this is where the solid down movement happened, right? So my target we were like, because something at this area, the sellers felt that I'm going to drop off, and then this is where this is a huge drop yesterday late evening, right? And so the high of this bar from where this drop started is my target. And so what is the high of this one? You can see my high and lows here. I'll put my cursor again. So 33, 73, 50 is the high. So that is my target. So that is where I drew this line, this red dotted line, right? And of course, like I exited even before this one. You see this bar, when this bar has happened, this is solid supply bar, good supply bar, right? Even though the volume is not like a popping volume or increasing volume, but still it has significant down bar, and that is the reason why I exited it. But you could, but yeah, there's no specific reason why I do not want to, because even the next bar was a down bar. Of course, volume is declining, but still I did not feel comfortable holding this one. So as it starts closing, it went above and then started closing below, exited. So again, so there is not a good again tradable option here. It went above. All these are like good solid bars. You can see the demand is increasing, and see this bar. So this bar, the volume here, and then this volume, right? So this the bar length, it closed in the middle, it went up and closed in the middle, and the bar is not a big bars like these bars, right? See these bars, how wide are they? But this is a narrow kind of a bar comparatively, meaning that there is some selling happening. And then what happens after it? It starts moving sideways. So of course, if you are in trade, this is where you need to exit by this time. And so I can see these are down bars, good supply bars coming up. Again, there's nothing to read, nothing to make action, clear action, whether who is going to win out of this trade. When buyers and sellers are fighting, we stay away, right? So again, this bar goes down. It's a low volume bar, meaning sellers are not much interested, but goes above, and then goes above and then breaks the support. Our support was what, 337 350, right? The 1 hour chart high. And then what happens immediately? So the purpose of breaking the resistance is to go downwards. But what? So see this one, right? So to breaking the resistance is to go upwards, not downwards. So you broke the resistance, the purpose is going upwards. But what happens? It goes up and then closes below that one with a popping volume. Look at the volume, meaning that sellers came up strongly and then rejected the move, right? So that is the reason why you see that by this time, with this all these other bars, that the momentum has moved from demand to supply, meaning buyers to suppliers. Now the background conditions is supply. Here the background conditions is buying, right? Here the background conditions is what selling. So after this bar, so I put a limit order around here, see if it would trigger it, but it did not get triggered. Then it went down, and so I removed my limit order now. And then as it starts coming up, you see the volume declines, all these bars, meaning that at this stage, with the supply in the background and then the weak pullback buying, now is the time where I took a short here, because I know that this is with the supply in the background, with the weak buying again as it started coming up. So this is basically trying to test the supply. It is trying to see if there are any more sellers left before it drop down. So I took the shot, and then see the next bar immediately. So see the next bar, the volume increased compared to the previous bar. The volume on this bar is increased, but look at the width of this bar, and then where it has closed. It has closed in the middle, and then the width is kind of slightly smaller than this one, meaning that a strong buying has emerged, right? So okay, so this is the first aspect. So either in this bar, and then you see the next three bars, it kind of moves around this area. It does not go too far. I know it goes up, but it goes up, but see where the bar, right? It did not. There is no traction. When I say traction, right, it has to move down. It has to move down. It has to move down. But look at all these bars with the volume, and then what are they doing? Nothing, right? It is staying at the same level, that, right? So if you did not exit in this trade, you can exit in one of these bars, the short one I'm talking about. And then as it starts going up, and then so the demand is not much, actually, not significantly increasing. You can see that one, right? The volume is not like that in these bars, but still there is some kind of a volume, but it's a good move. And so as it starts going up, right, this is where you you remove your resistance and then make this as a resistance. Why? Because see, that's why I always remove this support and resistance line to adjust the support and resistance lines according to the movements, price actions. So previously I had this one, but when it broke again, now I know previously this was the highest close. This bar is the highest close, right? So that's why I drew this line from here to here, around here. But what happens? See, did the resistance line got broken with a high volume? No. Look at the volume in these two bars. It is like a small volume, not like significantly low, but like small volume, meaning the demand is not that strong. Okay, you just to keep that in mind. And afterwards, what happens? See this bar and significantly increases the volume, significantly increases. Bar goes up and then closes down almost towards the lower portion, meaning that a significant selling has happened. Now with weak break and a significant selling, and then afterwards the bar moves sideways, no action, right? Nothing much. We don't know who is the main thing. We just know that okay, a little supply has come, a strong supply. You can say that the first signs of supply, because this after breaking in the first signs of supply, that it goes sideways. We don't know who is going to win, because it's still moving sideways. Still at this point, we don't know who is going to win. Is it the buying or selling? If the bias is still like no, we are staying away from the market. But see, when this bars happens, and then this bar happens and break the support and closes below, this is when our bias will be towards the selling, right? When this happens, see again, this is the same thing. The purpose of breaking the resistance is to go upwards. When it does not go up and then closes below, that means that sellers are strong, buyers are not. So not sellers are strong, buyers are weak. This is the place where you can take the short, right? Because it, see, the thing is, this is what a lot of times, like the big money folks do that one, because they tend to break the support sometimes with a significant volume. We will see that actually we have an example like here, and then take up all the contacts. People will be like all the breakout traders, right? They will be trying to take the okay, broke the resistance. Now I'm going to take buy. Then once everyone buys this one, they will pull it down, and because most of their stop losses will be here, you see that is the reason why there's big long bar, right? Why? After exploring the area above the resistance or area below the resistance, we'll go in detail on this one. You see the significant bars. This is the reason why it happens, because this is all stop losses that gets triggered from all these buyers. So that is why you need to make sure that the bias, when I say bias, the background conditions needs to be on our side before you take a trade. Okay, let me pull this chart a little bit. Okay. So see this one. So that is where you can take a shot. You can take a limit out here. So what happens? Even if it goes up, right? It's a small loss here. Like if let's say this bar comes under and then closes above, this is just a small loss. So that is, but still with the background conditions, there are more chances to go down, right? As you can see, this went down, down, and down, right? But see, as it's coming closer to it's of course our target is what, this red line, right? So as you see, it hit the red line here. But as you see, as it's coming down, this shortening of thrust is happening. And what do you mean by shortening of thrust? Shortening of thrust is, see, like so you see these bars, right? This bar closed from here to here, from here to here. So this is a good movement every time. But as it starts, see, the movement is only this much. The movement is only this much. Right here also, see the movement. This is only this much, this much, this much. From this one, so the movement is shortening basically. Basically, it is not going rapidly down, right? So that is called a shortening. So you are just observe it basically, meaning that the supply is the selling is getting slowly weakened here. Okay, that's just it's just you need to be aware of that process, that the selling is being weakened. No action, no trading, nothing. But of course, this is your exit point. If you have taken a shot here, this is your exit point. So what happens? It breaks the support again with this one, with a good volume, right? With a good volume, and the next bar tries to go above, closes below, and this bar tries to go above, closes below. When this bar, you see this one, if you closely observe, this bar went the low of this bar and then closed above, right? So this is when you need to know that okay, hey, something else is happening, because the purpose of this thing is to go push downwards. If it is going sideways, meaning there is something else happening. That is how your thought process should be. and it's going sideways, your thought process should be that is like, of course, 1 bar that's fine, 2 bars that's fine, but if you're still holding at the same level without moving much traction, then I'm suspicious. Even if you are in short, like this is the place you exit out and see what happens. Again, the purpose of breaking the support is to go downwards, whereas it does not go downward, so it closes above. And then this is the place you can take a long, right? As it's, see, you do not take a long while it is breaking. Okay, you wait for the bar to close. That is important. You put your limit order at this the support, and then you can see all this traction. Again, see, it tried to go above the resistance. It couldn't. It closed below the good widespread bar. It tried to go below the support. It could not. Closed above. It's good wide buying, right? So of course, where is our target? So this is kind of a spring. What, as I said, a spring. It comes underneath the support and then fishes, explores around, and then goes above that, closes above that. That is called as spring. So it's basically the purpose of spring, meaning that is to take out the previous swing hand, which is this one. So my target is this one in the stage. So of course, I will be cautious. Like, when it's come to this area, if there is some supply, then I will be exiting out. So, but that is why you have to be cautious every time. This is another swing. So, this does not do anything. Just straight on go. Everything is a good solid demand. Again, the bar poses sideways, 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 and then a weak. See this one. This is after going sideways. This is a solid selling bar. This bar, right? Again, this choppy up move, nothing is happening, we're staying sideways, we don't know what's happening. So look at this bar. This bar broke the resistance with good demand. Again, I see, as soon as it broke down, see how the again, the purpose of this breaking the resistance, it couldn't do that one, it broke it again. Of course, this is something we cannot trade it, because